Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a quick video and I wanted to explain like two of the biggest issues that I'm seeing in terms of dealing with our children in parenting and also in the school. One of the issues that I've been seeing is that a lot of these kids do not have structure, and structure is the routines and rules in which children have to follow. So routines are consistent, they are predictable, and parents need to have follow through. So let's say Jimmy doesn't do his homework, then Jimmy doesn't get to play with his favorite toy. So structure is important for kids because it allows for children to know what is expected of them, and it is something that is predictable, meaning that they know at this particular time that this activity is going to happen. So let's say at 12 o'clock is when Jimmy's going to get lunch. So when we have children that have been used to not having structure, they do whatever they want, they wake up whenever they want, they eat whenever they want. When it's time for them to get to school, this is where the teachers see the problem of them not following classroom demands. They are very defiant, they are having tantrums, they're just doing not positive behavior. So that is another thing about structure. Because everything is predictable, you have a less chance of having kids having issues with behavior and also with tantrums. So another issue that I'm seeing is that these children are having issues with sensory processing. And sensory processing is how you interpret and understand your environment through your senses. So, for example, a lot of kids may have a low response, so they're very flat. Like, it takes a long time for them to follow the directions. You're telling the class, like, okay, it's time to go sit down, and Jimmy is still on the floor. Or they're hypersensitive, which means that they are just so fidgety, they can't stop moving, they can't sit still. They're like, they just want to stand up the whole time. Like, they're just walking around back and forth in the classroom. So when you have a combination of not having structure as well as having issues with sensory processing, that is disaster in the classroom. So when you're having a child with sensory processing, you really need to get in contact with an occupational therapist in school or outside. So for me, I would say definitely go to your doctor and just say, hey, I'm noticing these things. I would like for my child to get a referral for occupational therapy. So I am a real big advocate for these sensory gyms because, I mean, yes, a school-based therapist is really good, but school-based is not focusing on sensory. They're really more focused on school-based OT goals. So a lot of kids that have that fidgetiness, they need to go to a sensory gym where they're jumping, they're crashing, they're swinging, they are doing games, they're moving their body. Play is very important for these children as they are developing. Play is something that allows for them to understand their environment. A lot of reason why kids are fidgety is because they have not been playing. They are just maybe just sitting down on the iPad, and that's a whole different story. I'm going to do another video for that. But their body is needing to move. So a sensory gym is really, really ideal for them. So if I was a teacher or if I was a parent, this is the things that I would do. In terms of eliciting structure to my kids, I would have a daily schedule. I would not only have it written down, but also have pictures with it so that they can understand it thoroughly. I would have a demonstration on what to expect. And I would also work one task at a time. Like, I would say for maybe a whole week, we're just working on at home, waking up at a certain time, at school, just putting our things away, such as like when I come into the classroom, taking my jacket and putting my book bag in the cubby. That's the one thing I would be focusing on. If I'm noticing a child is fidgety, I would definitely be doing a lot of movement breaks. I would be giving them a job to do in the class, which is like maybe passing around papers. I would have them be like have the job of like maybe turning something on or turning something off. I would be having them going to the office for me. Yeah, so that's the things that I would do. So if you have any questions, definitely send me a message on my OT Auntie. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye.